The New York Knicks' resounding 119-81 victory over the Boston Celtics in Game 6 not only ended the series, but also symbolized a seismic shift in the Eastern Conference landscape. This triumph marks New York's first trip to the Eastern Conference Finals in 25 years, a testament to the team's growth and resilience throughout the season. While the final score tells part of the story, the true narrative lies in how each team's strengths and vulnerabilities were laid bare, setting the stage for what lies ahead. Let's delve deeper into a comprehensive SWOT analysis for both squads, shedding light on their current states and strategic priorities moving forward. Welcome to Jintatski Sports, your spot for all things sports. From legendary moments and big-time plays to inspiring stories and deep dives, we bring you the content that keeps the game alive. If you love sports as much as we do, hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. The Knicks' strengths center on their disciplined defense and the cohesive chemistry cultivated under head coach Tom Thibodeau. Josh Hart's triple-double in this game highlights not only his individual talent, but also the collective effort and versatility that define this Knicks squad. Their perimeter defense is relentless, effectively stifling Boston's shooters and limiting second-chance points. The depth of their rotation, featuring contributors like Deuce McBride and solid interior defenders Mitchell Robinson and Isaiah Hartenstein, allows them to sustain intensity across all four quarters. On offense, Jalen Brunson's playmaking remains pivotal. However, New York's reliance on Brunson to initiate their half-court offense introduces an inherent vulnerability. Should opposing teams disrupt his rhythm with tight pressure or traps, the Knicks risk offensive stagnation. Additionally, the team's three-point shooting has shown inconsistency over the course of the playoffs, sometimes failing to provide the spacing necessary for their inside-out game. Looking ahead, New York faces an opportunity to capitalize on Indiana's less physical front court and weaker transition defense in the Eastern Conference Finals. Their physicality and defensive tenacity could disrupt the Pacers' offensive flow, especially if the Knicks continue to leverage their interior presence and aggressive rebounding. However, the threat of fatigue looms, with key players like Brunson carrying heavy minutes. Moreover, Indiana's quicker guards could challenge New York's perimeter defense if rotations falter. Managing player workloads and maintaining defensive focus will be critical to sustaining success. For the Knicks, the immediate focus is preparing for the Eastern Conference Finals against Indiana. Controlling the game's tempo will be paramount. Slowing down Indiana's transition offense can disrupt their preferred style. Emphasizing physicality inside, particularly through Mitchell Robinson and Isaiah Hartenstein's rebounding and rim protection, will be key to limiting second-chance points and forcing the Pacers into contested half-court sets. The matchup between Jalen Brunson and Tyrese Haliburton stands out as a strategic focal point. Containing Haliburton's playmaking while exploiting his defensive limitations will require coordinated effort and tactical discipline. Offensively, maintaining ball movement and spacing to create open perimeter looks, while continuing aggressive drives from Brunson and Hart, should maximize scoring efficiency. Balancing player minutes to preserve energy for the later rounds will also be critical. Ensuring that bench players like McBride contribute meaningful minutes can mitigate fatigue risks. Boston's core strength lies in their high-caliber stars, Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown, whose scoring and defensive capabilities have carried the team through much of the season. Their ability to stretch the floor with reliable perimeter shooting and a versatile switching defense defines their competitive identity. However, Tatum's injury exposed Boston's structural weaknesses. Without their primary scorer and floor spacer, the Celtics struggled to generate efficient offense and lacked the secondary scoring options needed to compensate. Bench production dwindled, and defensive lapses became more frequent under the pressure of New York's aggressive attack. The absence of roster depth and resilience to injuries undermined their playoff run. The upcoming offseason offers Boston the opportunity to reevaluate their roster construction and coaching strategies. by prioritizing medical management, strengthening bench depth, and developing secondary scoring options. The Celtics can aim to build a more balanced and injury-resilient team. Yet, the threat of Tatum's long-term health is a significant concern. Additionally, contract situations for veteran players may complicate efforts to retool effectively. The front office faces critical decisions to avoid a prolonged period of stagnation. For Boston, the priority must be a holistic roster and medical evaluation in the offseason. Investing in depth, especially at the wing and perimeter positions, will reduce over-reliance on stars and improve resilience against injuries. Tactical adjustments to diversify offensive schemes and reinforce defensive communication are necessary to reclaim competitiveness. Ultimately, the Celtics must balance immediate recovery efforts with long-term planning, ensuring that Tatum and Brown have sufficient support to sustain deep playoff runs in the future. Game 6 served as a defining moment, reinforcing the Knicks' rise and highlighting the Celtics' vulnerabilities. New York's journey to the Eastern Conference Finals offers hope of a breakthrough championship campaign, contingent on strategic execution and player health. Meanwhile, Boston's offseason will be a critical juncture, requiring thoughtful reconstruction to return to contender status. As the playoffs continue, both franchises stand at pivotal crossroads, with decisions now carrying heightened significance for their futures. Thanks for watching Jintatski Sports. If that video hit home or gave you something to think about, drop a like and let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories that bring the heart of sports to life. Until next time, stay inspired and keep chasing greatness.